glare from my LED lights. And as you can see, I have my guardian angel up there. So Ian released his new EP, Saint, an hour before the music video premiere. It was supposed to be at 9 p.m. only to make us wait 1 more hour. And I had to finish my meal quickly to prepare myself for this, and there was a delay. So I listened to all the songs, of course.
He did change the first 2 lyrics from the song Saint.
And a lot of other dreamers are saying that the song
sounds different, but it makes sense since he had to mix and master it. But when you listen to it in your earphones, it sounds better.
Amazing. The beat drop, it's crazy. Sorry, it's like down to 50 seconds.
More like 54 seconds.
So I'm going to watch the music video twice. One, to pay attention to the lyrics and look at the visuals, and the second time to analyze it and see what predictions I can make. I'm not the best theorist. There are definitely other dreamers who are much more intelligent and observant than I am. So I will just try my best. It's 20 seconds now. I'm so scared. I've been panicking. My heart is racing right now. I've never been this anxious for any artist before. 10 seconds. Okay. Okay.
You've been lied to, and yet you're a fool for believing it. What promises did it make you? A world, power, or perhaps a way out?
Oh my god. His eye contacts? The blue eye. That was from the tour. Oh my god. He included the VCR footage from his last world tour. Oh my god. And Mr. Insanity with the glitter on his face. Oh my god, he looks gorgeous right there. Ooh, the black smoke. So he like summoned an energy source, and then lightning came out of his fingertips to grab the sword. Okay. Clips? The pocket watch! Wait, it's a giant pocket watch that he had in his hand. What is that? Whoa, it's like a huge cathedral. What is that? There's like somebody in a red cloak and they're playing
a colorful keyboard that kind of looks like a piano.
No fucking way! The back tattoos? Oh my god, it's glowing! Oh. There is so much happening right now. The wings! And it's the same wings that he wore on tour for his music videos. It's the same pair of wings. Holy shit. Okay, I needed a minute to process my thoughts and gather what I could from what I saw in the music video, and I honestly don't know what to feel right now because this music video is very complex. It's so much more complex compared to his other music videos that I truthfully don't think I am anywhere close to what he meant to show in this music video. To capture part of the storyline, because he said this is the most important
Part of the storyline.
being the hybrid. And so I'm assuming that this is about Mido before he was banished and how he became a seraph, essentially. And when he included
some of Mido's VCR footage
on the world tour, I think it was showing all the events that were going to happen in the future once Mido had stolen the sword. I'm assuming that's why he showcased it. And you see Mr. Insanity as well with the glitter on his face, like how he was in the Mido short film. And since we never got a part 2, you only see that in part 1. And then you see another scene where there are 2 angels. I'm assuming they are angels. One black angel, one white angel. And I think that could be a metaphor of Mido himself, of his duality. So like when he was a seraph, when he was the perfect angel, like how Lucifer was in the Bible, and how evil he became in the future. But Mido isn't necessarily evil. Mido is hurt. Mido is in pain. He's just furious with his creator. And
he's misunderstood, pun intended, as being a monster, when in reality he's not.
There was a lot happening in that music video. And I'm going to rewatch it right now for the 3rd time.
Please excuse my rambling and my pauses. I tend to be repetitive.
You're a fool for believing it. What promises did it make you?
What promises did it make you? And that's interesting because who is supposed to be the narrator? Who is talking? Is it the creator? I don't know. But it said, what promises did it make you? So it could be referring to the hybrid. So like, did the hybrid make these false promises to you? Or was it the creator? Or is this Mido talking to himself, essentially? Like he's looking back on his memories and calling himself a fool for believing it.
Or perhaps a way out.
Okay, so like Mido is walking through this sandstorm and it's at night and you see the eclipse in the sky as well, and he's walking toward a center with swords all around, different types of swords. But he's looking for one specific sword that looks like the sword of Excalibur. And if you know about the sword of Excalibur, there is a prophecy around it where if you are able to pull out the sword from the stone, you become king. And so you see Mido stealing the sword inside this castle. But the thing is, after he steals a sword, you see this grand Gothic cathedral. So like, is it like a combination of it being a church or a kingdom? It could go hand in hand. And this sword is being protected by these pillars and it has chains around it, but Mido is able to break those chains using his powers. So he makes this ball of energy and then he strikes lightning out of his fingers and he's able to grab it. And then after he grabs it, he starts hearing voices whispering in his mind. So that could also be a foreshadowing of what his future will look like, where he will be connected to Ian, where he has no autonomy over his own body.
He shares it with Ian.
And so when you hear the whispering, it sounds like it's saying Ian. And so I'm gonna replay that.
I don't know why I didn't skip forward to that part. I guess I was just taking it all in, so I apologize for that.
Oh, another thing I forgot to mention. So right here. So Ian is wearing blue eye contacts. And Usually when he changes the color of his eyes in his music videos, he doesn't actually wear colored contacts.
Except for Mito's white eye,
He
of
edits it
course.
himself, but you could visibly see that he's wearing those blue eye contacts, and it looks so cool. And he's wearing armor on his
hands,
and it looks like the same armor that he wore in the Mito short film as well. And in the beginning of the short film, you see these angels, and I'm assuming they are angels. They corner him and they put their armor over his face. So that's a really cool detail.
You see a lot of parallels, and that's a common thing with Ian.
Some of the footage from the Regime World Tour with Mito wearing the red wig.
The two angels that I mentioned earlier, which could represent Mito's duality, reminds me of the creation of Adam painting, where Mito is reaching out to his creator for help.
Also, I'm not a big fan of the grills that he wore on his bottom teeth, but a lot of other dreamers really like it. It's a choice, but I wonder why he chose
I think he wanted to wear the fang grills to showcase the werewolf aspect that's included in a lot of his lyrics.
Yeah, like this royal hallway they look like Roman capitals to me. You still wake me up from the dead. So when he leaked the song about a year ago, it used to be "You Still Give Me a Rush in My Head" and "Filling Up My Thoughts with Regrets," but now it's "Feeling
Up My Thoughts with Regrets.
And the sword is like glowing from beneath it. As it's like tempting
anyone who comes across it to grab the sword from its place.
Touch of the melodrama, you know? And then his eyes are glowing as well when he sees the sword. They're glowing blue, and then the black smoke comes out from behind him. You kind of hear whispering as well when he has the ball of energy in his hand, and it changes different colors as well. Blue lightning, and then towards the end you see like yellow lightning as well. Okay, this part right here. Oh, you kind of see like, I didn't catch that before, but like when you start hearing the voices whispering, you also see this like this black smoke like flying around him. It kind of reminds me of how the Death Eaters
from Harry Potter
would travel. They would disapparate. It looked like a black apparition to me. You hear it? It sounds like they're saying Ian. It's like a foreshadowing of his future with Ian. And the frame. His eyes are glowing, and then you see the blue eclipse. And the giant pocket watch that he has, it's different from Ian's. So I think it's really cool that they both have their own pocket watches, like they're keeping track of time. They're worried
about changing into something they're not.
Yeah, they're just worried about themselves, and they're worried about time slipping away from them.
They feel like they're slipping away. They're running out of sand.
And I think that this figure in the red cloak, I think it's supposed to be what Mito is going to become after he steals the sword, because you see like the transition.
I also think it foreshadows how Ian, Mito, and Mr. Insanity will slip into each other, and how Mito and Mr. Insanity will fight over control.
The setup for the figure that was like playing some sort of piano, like it kind of reminded me of setup that Cream would do as well. And God, like this is why Ian took so long, because this music video is so cool. Like I love the gothic medieval tone to it. The grand cathedral that he edited, I'm sure it took forever for him to do that. The text that he put for DPR visuals in Ian
And the cross he includes before his name is also
too,
gothic,
is
which
really
I
cool.
absolutely love.
And then you see the red glowing iron from that sculpt figure. His hands are painted gold.
Also, his face is painted purple.
And he scratches the sword on the ground, and then he stabs it. God, those back tattoos. He covered up his horse tattoo to put on those temporary ones.
His back tattoo is the same sword that he took. This man is a genius.
Then when he gains more powers and he siphons more energy from the skies, the colors are stunning. And then his back tattoos are glowing. Super cool. And you see a black tornado as well in the middle of the colorful skies. And then when he pulls down his mask, his eyes change to gold. Those are the hybrid colors right there.
He sprouts his angel wings.
And it's the same pair of wings that he wore for the Regime tour and for his other music videos. So I'm thinking like that's how Mito became a seraph, is because of that sword. Like he gained power, just like the narrator said. So it's supposed to be like
a way of becoming a more powerful being and a stronger force to reckon with.
But it came with consequences as well. It's like that saying, like, all magic comes with a price, and that's from the Once Upon a Time show. So
I also love the bell ring. It's almost like a sign of doom.
And I like how the lyrics change from I'm a saint to I'm no saint.
Just
like
as in
how,
don't go insane.
Like I'm sane, I'm insane. He's always been playful with his lyrics, and that's what makes him a lyrical genius. And another thing I noticed too was where he has
his burn tattoo,
he always has flames coming out from that hand. So that same hand that he sticks out towards the sky, instead of it being flames, you see a circle.
It's the solar eclipse that you see in the sky, and it's glowing.
So yeah, if I'm correct, I think this music video is trying to portray the future that is to come for Mito that he did not expect at all. So I think what the narrator said came true in the end. He got all three things: a world, which is the other side, and he took over management of Emerald City. Like he's the ruler of Emerald City. Whether he wanted that or not.
By that I mean maybe he wanted dominion over his heaven.
Power from stealing the sword. You could see he already had power, but
it enhanced them even more.
From stealing that sword, and also his wings. So he got quite an upgrade from stealing that sword, and now he's trying to find a way out because he was betrayed at the end, and
he is trapped in the other side.
Does he want to remain in the other side forever? Does he want to own Emerald City, or does he want to be with Ian, or does he want to be alone? We don't know yet. Or whether that's true or not. What if it's something else entirely? Because Ian will sometimes give us all the answers, but then he'll make us have more questions. The only thing I am confused about is the ending, because you see this jungle that actually looks very similar to Avatar. Now that I'm seeing it again, I wasn't paying attention to the background that much. I was paying attention to the red flower, because you see this person stealing it. It's a third person, and it's not Ian. You could see that this is somebody in disguise, but I don't know who it's supposed to be. At first I thought it was Mr. Insanity because of the blonde wig, but you see pigtails, and then his nose is a little odd as well, and he's wearing goggles, but I don't know who that's supposed to be. Is that supposed to be
Mr. Insanity?
Or is it supposed to be an entirely different character? I'm pretty sure he got inspiration from the Avatar, because it looks a lot like Pandora at night with the bioluminescence. And you could hear the sounds of the jungle. Yeah, it's so interesting. It's just so surreal that it's all out now. The EP is out, the music video is out, and I'm just really happy for him. And I'm so impressed because he really outdid himself with this music video. You could see the
progression
of his editing skills, and he's always been extremely talented, but he's really pushing the limits and challenging himself to the most extreme degree. Yeah, I'm just at a loss for words because this music video is truly indescribable and there is a lot to unpack. I don't think I'm on the right track, but I'm really excited to read about what the other dreamers think about this, because I'm pretty sure there are some things that I have missed, and Ian is that type of person where
he will include a lot of blink and you'll miss it type of moments.
Sorry, I'm in a trance right now, but it's crazy.